"Excuse me, young lady." "Olivia," the flight attendant said, her tone firm but polite. "First class is reserved for paying passengers." Maya, the young black girl, blinked, momentarily stunned. She looked down at her boarding pass, then back at Olivia. "I am a first-class passenger," she replied, her voice steady but soft. "Here's my ticket. There must have been a mistake. You don't belong here. If you don't comply, I'll have to escalate this and call security," Olivia said firmly. Little did she know that the very girl she had just humiliated was the daughter of the airline's owner and would expose her long-standing prejudice. The airport buzzed with life. Travelers moved briskly, the polished floors reflecting hurried footsteps. The sound of rolling suitcases, boarding announcements, and excited conversations filled the space. Among the sea of passengers, Maya Lawson carried herself with quiet confidence. She was a poised and composed teenager, excited but reserved. This flight wasn't just a journey, it was a celebration, marking her latest academic achievement after winning a prestigious scholarship to study abroad. Dressed in a sleek yet comfortable outfit, Maya made her way through the exclusive first-class lounge. Her boarding pass in hand, the lounge was an oasis of comfort, with plush leather chairs, soft jazz playing in the background, and travelers sipping lattes while working on laptops. As she settled into a cozy armchair, she reread the text from her father, Richard Lawson. "About to board. Let me know when you're settled." Maya smiled, replying quickly, "Almost there. I'll text once I'm on the plane. Everything's fine." Her father, Richard Lawson, wasn't just a doting parent. He was the owner of the very airline she was about to fly on. But Richard had always kept his status private, preferring humility over ostentation. Maya had grown up seeing him treat everyone with the same level of respect, from board executives to cleaning staff. It was a value he had instilled deeply in her. Excited yet nostalgic, Maya looked out at the tarmac. She hadn't been home in over 2 years, having lived in another country for school. While she cherished her independence, she had missed her family, especially her father. This trip felt different, like a return to the life she had momentarily left behind. However, she had no idea what awaited her on this flight, or the trouble Olivia was about to cause herself. Across the lounge, Olivia Harper, the lead flight attendant, chatted with a colleague near the service counter, a woman known for her strict demeanor. Olivia had been working for the airline for over a decade and prided herself on upholding standards. But those standards, as many quietly noticed, often meant treating passengers differently based on appearance. "First class is getting too accessible," Olivia muttered, eyeing Maya from a distance. Her colleague chuckled nervously but said nothing. When the boarding announcement came, Maya gathered her carry-on and joined the first-class line. Olivia scanned each passenger's boarding pass with a polite smile. "Welcome aboard," she said warmly to an older white man in a tailored suit. "Enjoy your flight," she chirped to another woman with a designer handbag. Then, Maya stepped forward. The moment Olivia saw her, her expression shifted, barely perceptible but unmistakable. She scanned Maya's ticket, hesitated for a split second, then forced a tight smile. "Oh, economy is just down the aisle," Olivia said, gesturing toward the back of the plane. Maya blinked. "This pass says first class," she replied, holding it up. Olivia's polite mask didn't falter. "There must have been a mistake. Please head to economy." Maya's grip tightened on her carry-on, but she remained composed. "There's no mistake. This is my seat in first class." Passengers behind Maya shifted impatiently, the tension in the line growing. Olivia leaned closer, her voice dropping slightly. "Look, I don't want you to cause a scene. Just head to economy, so we can keep things moving." Maya didn't budge. "I'm not causing a scene. I have a first-class ticket, and I have every right to sit in my assigned seat." Seeing Maya wasn't backing down, Olivia's expression hardened. "Fine," she said curtly. "Take your seat." Maya walked into the first-class cabin, her posture unwavering. The luxurious space was immaculate, spacious seats, ambient lighting, a peaceful atmosphere. As she placed her carry-on in the overhead bin, she let out a quiet sigh of frustration. Moments later, Olivia entered the cabin, heels clicking against the floor. She stopped beside Maya's row, crossing her arms. "Excuse me, young lady," Olivia said, her voice firm. "First class is reserved for paying passengers." Maya looked up, momentarily stunned. "I am a first-class passenger," she replied, holding up her ticket again. Olivia ignored it. "Step aside while I handle this." The words hit Maya like a slap. Murmurs spread through the cabin. Some passengers exchanged pitying glances, others judgmental stares. Maya felt the weight of their gazes, the isolation settling in her chest. But her father's words echoed in her mind. "Always carry yourself with dignity, even when others don't." Olivia turned, her voice louder than necessary. "I need to verify this ticket. Stay here." Minutes later, Olivia returned with security officers. "Ma'am, we've been asked to escort you to another seat," one officer said, his voice professional but firm. Maya remained calm. "This is my assigned seat," she said, holding up her boarding pass again. "There is no mistake." Despite her valid ticket, the officers deferred to Olivia's authority and escorted Maya to economy. As she walked down the aisle, passengers whispered. Some looked at her with sympathy, others with silent satisfaction. Back in first class, Olivia returned with an air of triumph. "That's how you handle troublemakers," she muttered. But Maya had already sent a text. "Dad, they moved me to economy. The flight attendant claimed my seat was a mistake." Richard Lawson's response was immediate. "Stay calm. I'm handling it." Midway through the flight, the secure line in the cockpit rang. The captain picked up, his expression shifting as he listened to the authoritative voice on the other end. "Understood, sir." Minutes later, Olivia was summoned. When she saw the captain's stern expression, her confidence wavered. "I just received a call from Mr. Richard Lawson," the captain said, watching as realization dawned on Olivia's face. "He's waiting at the gate when we land." Panic flickered in Olivia's eyes. The moment the plane landed, a sleek black SUV pulled up outside. Richard Lawson, flanked by senior executives, boarded the aircraft. Conversations hushed as passengers watched in awe. Richard walked straight to Maya. "Are you all right?" he asked, his voice gentle. "I'm okay," Maya said, though frustration still lingered. Turning to Olivia, Richard's warm demeanor disappeared. "Your behavior today has been unacceptable. Effective immediately. You're removed from duty." Passengers erupted in applause. Olivia's face paled as she was escorted off the plane. In the weeks that followed, the airline implemented new policies on diversity and respect. Richard made it clear, everyone deserves to be treated with dignity. And as Maya took her rightful place in first class on her next flight, she knew she had helped make that change happen.